Hi, um, I guess I decided to continue my vlogging experience, and today I'm going to talk about Resident Evil. A lot of people don't like the games, a lot of people don't like the movies, and a lot of people like the game, hate the movies, vice versa. I personally hate the movies. The movies do not follow any of the original storyline, in my opinion. The game was originally created in Japan, called Outbreak in the very beginning, as far as I know, and it didn't follow any of that at all. Like the Americanized movies, they're okay. I mean, they're not scary. They're pretty gory. They're interesting. The plots are pretty intense in a lot of situations. I mean, who would have guessed? I'm not going to spoil it for anybody just in case nobody's seen them, which if you haven't, I suggest you watch them for the sake of watching them. Um, yeah, but my friend and I started playing Resident Evil 4, and she didn't like the Resident Evil series until she watched me play Resident Evil 4, and she was like, wow, this game is actually pretty good. I'm like, yeah, snakes in boxes. Silly Mexicans hiding their snakes in boxes. Anyways, that game, sure, the controls can be a little hard to grasp in the very beginning, but you have to admit, Resident Evil's always had some pretty good storylines. I mean, from the very beginning, voice acting was terrible in the first two games, but the ideas in the game were pretty interesting. I mean, sure, there's a lot of zombie games, but I mean, Resident Evil 2, you get to play the same story twice, but with two different characters. I mean, you get to play Leon and Claire. That's pretty cool. You get to see what Claire does when you're doing the thing with Leon and, vice versa. It's really, really interesting. I mean, graphics are terrible. And the zombies, that little stiff walking noise they make, it's hilarious. But it's a really good game. If you haven't played them, I suggest you look them up before they get too expensive. I mean, a lot of people are scooping up those PlayStation 1 games like crazy and just keeping them. Yeah, so I suggest you look into those. Resident Evil 3. I'm thinking about doing a replay of that as soon as I can get my system back. And really, Nemesis chasing you around the entire time really adds to the suspense factor of the game. Sometimes it scares the shit out of you when he just jumps up out of nowhere and is like, oh my god, hi, you're a Stardust member and I'm gonna kick your can. But yeah. Suggest you play them. They're a good game series. If you don't like that, pick up Silent Hill. I can guarantee you will be pretty much stuck to the horror genre.